rocket, man, they talk about. I jump from star to star, I'll walk it out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Shibby. Welcome back to some more Team Fortress 2. How you see damage dripping at Chocolate's house. Today, we have Luiga saying how you see damage the Forgotten Engineer using the Rescue Ranger, Wrangler, and Jag. Now, let me tell you this. This is one of the more interesting loadouts I have ever been given, just because of its like the complete opposite of how I like to play Engineer. And you guys know from all my combat Engineer gameplays, that is my preferred style. It's just super good in every scenario, and it just helps me be more aggressive and have more fun on the battlefield. But we're not playing Battlefield, so the map. Been playing way too much Battlefield. Let us start off with our melee weapon instead of our primary, and we are using the Jag Wrench. Now, just looking at the Jag, you will see that you have a 30% increase in construction rate, which we'll talk about in a second, and also you'll do 25% less damage, which you'll see an example of, and it's quite bad. So let me read this from the wiki because it does a way better job explaining it than I would, because a lot of percentages are being thrown around. Alright, so the Jag's construction speed bonus when hitting a building means that the engineer can deploy a sentry gun 3/4 of a second faster, and a dispenser 1.5 seconds faster when compared to buildings being struck by a stock wrench. The Jag's 30% increase in construction rate adds onto the 90% increase in construction rate that is applied when hitting a building with the stock wrench. So hitting a building with the Jag increases the building's construction rate by 120%. As a result, the construction rate by any building being hit by the Jag is only increased by about 16% and not 30%. So that's from the wiki. They know what they're talking about. Therefore, I think the Jag is very, very underpowered, and it's actually not very useful at all. Because, honestly, when I deploy a sentry gun, I'm not always hitting it with my wrench, regardless if I'm using a basic wrench or whatever. That's just not how I play Engie. So it's a very difficult style for me to adapt to, and I really don't think that 16% increase, not 30%, makes a difference at all. Moving on to our primary weapon, we are using the Rescue Ranger. So the alternate fire on the Rescue Ranger, you use metal, about 130 to pick up buildings from long range. So if you're looking to save a sentry gun, you can do that, because if you see it, line of sight, you can alt fire and it will just kind of teleport to you. It's kind of cool. You also fire a special bolt that can repair friendly buildings. You'll see an example of that in the gameplay. However, the cons, minus 34% clip size, so you're only carrying about 4 shots when it's fully loaded. Minus 50% max primary ammo on the wearer, so just less ammo in general. And also you get a self-mark for death when you pick up a building and you're running around with it, which I think is a huge downside and just really makes this weapon just not very good. You'll do about 40 damage when you're just shooting people in general. You can see that how you see damage when I'm battling people here and there, and I don't think that's enough damage to really make this weapon your choice over a shotgun. Even for the alternate fire with the cost, I just don't think it's worth your while. Honestly, I think either the cost for the metal for the alternate fire to pick up buildings at range should be reduced, or it should just be like 0, and maybe more people use this. I never, ever see anyone use the Rescue Ranger, so just using it myself, I was kind of flabbergasted just by just how odd it is, I guess. Some people will argue or like the Rescue Ranger for the fact that you can supposedly repair sentries and buildings at the same rate, if not faster than a wrench, and you can do it without metal. On top of that, you can teleport your buildings, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I just don't see the value in that, and I just don't think it's very viable. But some people like it, and I'm not gonna hate on it. Lastly, our secondary, the Wrangler, one of the most interesting secondaries in the game. A Joy-style stick that's on like a pistol radar thing. Anyways, it lets you take manual control of the sentry. The Wrangler has a little bit of a shield that goes around your sentry gun that absorbs 66% of all incoming damage, and the shield will last as long as the player keeps the Wrangler as an active weapon. When coupled with a level 2 or level 3 sentry gun, having the shield active, it will survive taunt attacks, which is kind of interesting, that would normally destroy the building, such as the Pyro's Hadouken or the Soldier's Kamikaze. A few other things to note when using a Wranglered Sentry is the firing rate is doubled and the missile launch rate is increased. There's also a little bit of an auto aim. Upon switching to another weapon, the sentry gun is rendered inoperable for 3 seconds with its shield, and then it'll go back into its automatic control mode without the shield. Overall, I would not rate the kit very high on would I use this or recommend it to people. I do understand where it makes sense of you can heal and move your sentry, and when using the Jag, obviously you're planning on using the sentry along with the Wrangler. So yeah, I get the synergies there. It's just not how I would play NG, and I've never seen really anyone else use this combination because the Jag I think is underpowered. Rescue Ranger I think is underpowered, and I think the Wrangler is completely fine. It's a very good side grade or different option to the pistol. Yeah, so that's what I think about the Forgotten NG. What a great name. So for the next How You See Damage, let me invite you guys to comment below for the next loadout. Let me know something, how you see damage. And also if you guys would like the video, I've noticed that you really want Team Fortress, so let's get some more TF2 content on the channel. If you guys would leave me a like, that'd be great. I really do appreciate it. It only takes a second of your time. Anyways, my name's Shibby. Subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.